is a player that I coached at Tottenham for 2 years in the academy. I'll probably go as far as saying he's probably one of the best players at his age I've seen in the country. And actually, I remember we played a game last year against Chelsea, and his performance was unbelievable. It was a stand-up performance. It was probably his best performance of the season in the big game. We ended up winning 3-2, it was 2-0 down. It was a masterclass. And the player's name is TYRESE Hall. He's someone who I believe is a Premier League footballer. And that's a big statement, but he's someone who, when I first saw him, I thought, you know what? I believe, God willing, that he's someone that can go on and play at the top level. An unbelievable footballer, so much potential. And he reminds me a little bit, technically, how he is so silky. Again, another big statement of that Luka Modric sort of vibe and Joe Cole. Phenomenal talent.
Steve McLaren, I see what you're doing. I am definitely seeing what you're doing. And it makes sense. Welcome back, people, to MG Sports TV. Thank you very much again for tuning in. TYRESE is the next name that I am going to be covering. 19-year-old Tottenham Hotspurs. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, people. Thank you very much again for tuning in. Let me make this clear. If you're not interested in listening to me speak about these players, if you don't think I do enough coverage on these players, for whatever reason, so you're not interested, no problem. You can just ignore the video, jump off the video, or whatever the case may be. You don't have to watch. Not forcing anyone to watch. I'm not here going to pretend as if I'm the most intelligent person where knowledge is concerned with these players. I'm not going to pretend I've been watching these players week in, week out. No, I've not. Thanks to SofaScore, YouTube Scout Report, Y Scout, and also the club transfer market and the Players Club for the information that I have gathered on each one of these players. And with that, I'll be using these information and give you guys a breakdown on what we expect to see from each player, and also how they might contribute to the Reggae Boyz team. So again, thank you very much for that. Let's get straight into it. Now, let me make this clear. Steve McLaren recruitment looks quite familiar. He's going for a particular age bracket and also not excluding the experience from the squad. Fixing a particular area on the pitch that you need right now, but have some youngsters who are going to follow through in the meantime. That, I think, is good squad building. So pick up yourself for that, Steve McLaren. All right, let's touch on the player. TYRESE 19-year-old central midfielder from Tottenham Hotspurs. Now, people, let me tell you this, yeah? This player looks quite comfortable on the ball. Let me just run through some aspect of his game. He definitely can play an defensive midfield, but I think based on what I've seen, he's a proper number 8. He's very strong, quite fast as well. Use both feet, left and right. He scores and assists. Can receive the ball in very tight space and turn and leave away from his man. Driving out of the line, he can break the first line and the second line by driving with the ball. Passing, he can receive the ball in between the half space for the first line. No, my apologies, in between the first and second line, and also pass the ball whichever angle he sees fit. But as a defensively, I do think there's area that he can fix up on. There's definitely areas that he can fix up on defensively. But in the middle of the park, he's young, he's 19. You will most definitely see those traits. Now we have to remember that all of these analysis will be coming from the Premier League 2, which you can take with a pinch of salt and make your own assessment of the level which they might matter. No, yes, it's Premier League 2, but this is the information I've gathered, and I have to use the Premier League 2 as a reference because that is where it's playing. Does he have the potential to make the step up? Yes, he does. Will he? I don't know. I can't predict that. I can't predict the future. But most definitely, I am very much interested to see if he will do so. Now, he can distribute the ball with both feet quite well. He's physically strong. He looks quite developed. He has some long range passes, some really good long range passes. And he has full pitch awareness. What do I mean by full pitch awareness? He can most definitely see where his teammates are at and also where is the opponents are. I do think though that he's a system type of player, a player who fits well in a proper system. It doesn't have to think twice to know that my teammates will be in that position and he can hit those one-time passes. Another big attribute that I see with him is when he receives the ball in tight spaces, he can protect the ball extremely well. These are some good attributes for a central midfielder. Now, so far this season, he has a total in the Premier League 2 for 2024-2025. He has a total of 23 games played, or 23 appearances, with a total of 1,913 minutes played. 6 goals, 5 assists. That is quite good. Now, in total, in all competition, he has played a total of, let me see. Those are my apologies. Those are his total numbers. Those are total numbers. And definitely, it's a good look. It means that he's trustworthy at that level for his team, and he plays regularly, so that's expected. Minutes per game, 83 minutes per game. Out of in the league itself, in the Premier League 2, in all 16 appearances, he started all 16 games. And in the Premier League 2, he has a total of 1,333 minutes. The 5 goals scored there. Scoring frequencies 267 minutes per goal. And that's definitely something that you can look at and say maybe it's not he's a defensive midfielder, or should I say a box to box. So you won't get that a lot of goals, but 5 goals and 4 assists actually good, very good numbers in my perspective. And as he grow older and learns how to strike the ball at goal a lot better, because these are some of the areas that he can work on. Because if he can make those long diagonal passes, most definitely he can perfect the ability to strike in the ball. But most definitely, he looks quite good. He looks confident. He looks a player that definitely can improve the squad, especially going forward. Now, yes, he's young. I understand that he's young. It's a part of his development. But I think he is a good youngster to add to the list of players that we might see coming through. Will we see him in the squad? I can't say yes. I can't say no. I really don't know. But I like what I see so far. The only issue is for me, most of these statistics or data are versus young men in the Premier League 2, and it's a different story when they play against big men. No, so that's just take that to a little pinch of salt, but definitely I'm impressed with what I've seen, and I think we have a future central midfielder, our box to box number 8 we have with us at this present moment. Tell me what you think in the comment section. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys again. Until next time, MG Sports TV. We're out. God bless. Boom. You know what I mean? Outside. You know them what? Outside. Yeah.